good. Thank you very much, Prof. Yafe. So let me start by thanking Prof. Yafe, Eden Way Foundation, and all the organizers of the GAIAthon 25 for this kind invitation and for hosting this forward-thinking initiative. It is really a pleasure and an honor to join this vibrant community of students, innovators, and change makers from across Africa. I will try to juggle between both languages since I'm bilingual. So I understand that GAIAthon's mission to promote technological literacy and empower students to engage in EO and Internet of Things is both timely and essential. You are part of a new generation capable of transforming how we monitor our environment, respond to crises, and manage our natural resources. I really hope today's presentation will not only inform you, but also inspire action, innovation, and collaboration. But before I dive into my presentation, do you know that the biggest lie in geography is about Africa? I used to do presentation face-to-face, so I try always to engage with the audience. But since we are in a webinar, so I will explain myself. Actually, for centuries, the world has been misled about the true size and significance of our continent, Africa. As you may know, if you have like a geographic background, the Mercator map projection, still one of the most widely used, was designed in the 16th century for maritime navigation, but it comes with a massive flaw. It distorts the scale of countries and continents. It artificially enlarges regions in the global north while shrinking the global south, especially Africa. In truth, Africa spans over 30 million square kilometers. That's enough space to feed the United States, China, India, and more and much more of Europe combined. So, and yet in classrooms, publications, media, and boardrooms around the world, Africa is presented as much smaller than it really. Well, this is unfortunate because I really shared some information that I wanted to inspire the students and the young people who are participating in this webinar. So let me move on. Okay, so this is the policy context. Okay, the program was developed under how to say a cooperation between the African Union and the European Union. So its goal is to institutionalize the Earth observation-based services that empower African decision makers with accurate, timely, and actionable data for environmental management and sustainable development. So all starts with the Agenda 2063, which is, let's say, the umbrella of all the projects, programs, and activities of the African Union. The GMES and Africa Programme is developed under the African Outer Space Programme, which is a flagship under the Agenda 2063. And we adopted the African space policy and strategy, ensuring that space contributes to our sustainable development goals. So in a nutshell, what I've been presenting now, since I know that we went through a power outage, it was like highlighting the challenges that Africa is facing, and I highlighted also the opportunities through the use of Earth observation, and also the policy context, which is very important and which frame the intervention of our program. So I spoke about all this, but what I have to highlight in this slide is that with our endeavor, we succeeded to create the African Space Agency, which will be like owning and managing the GMS and Africa in the future. Okay, so GMS and Africa is the crystallization of a long-standing cooperation between Africa and Europe. So it doesn't start in 2017 because it is building on the achievement of previous initiatives like Puma, which was run from 2001 to 2006, AMESD from 2007 until 2013, MESA from 2013 to 2017. Then came GMS and Africa phase 1 from 2017 to 2021, and then now we are at the end of the phase 2. Okay, so why are we saying GMS and Africa? Why is not GMS in Africa or GMS for Africa? Actually, I've been lucky to meet with one of the experts who contributed to the design and the launch of this program. And he explained to me that GMES actually is the former name of the European space program, which is now Copernicus. And we are saying GMS and Africa because we would like to highlight that it's not a replication of Copernicus program or of the European space program in Africa, but it is actually how to get benefit of the tools, the data that the European program is providing, and how to implement it using or with thanks to the African expertise and the African know-how. And as you all know, in Africa, it's not only about technological and scientific knowledge, but also it combines also cultural and social knowledge, which have a very good importance, high importance. So GMS and Africa stands for the Global Monitoring for Environment and Security. It promotes the use of Earth observation technologies for sustainable development across Africa. And thanks to this program, we succeeded to create a huge EO community, including many national and regional institutions. And the idea was that we give grants to consortia. When I say consortia, it is a group of institutions who will endeavor to develop services either in the water and natural resources field or the coastal and marine areas field. So we succeeded to gather over 122 institutions across 51 countries, but the impact is on all the continent. So the program addresses critical challenges in Africa, as I said, including all the previously mentioned challenges. So now I'm speaking about the structure of the program, how it is implemented. I mean, we are targeting 5 or 6 outputs in the phase 2. We have 2 main pillars, the policy and institutional framework, because we would like to improve this in order to reach the decision makers at the policy level. And the other pillar, of course, it is the Earth observation data access and information services, because everything's turned around this. Now we have like 3 cross-cutting axes who are capacity building, knowledge management, and outreach. These as much important as the 2 pillars, but they are just cross-cutting. So as I said, we are developing like 2 services, one for water and natural resources, and another one related to coastal and marine. And when we say service, it is a set of many applications. And we gave the latitude to each of the consortia to develop these applications as per their regional priorities. So you can see like OSS, who are in the who are located in the North African region, which is suffering of drought and water scarcity. They targeted water abstraction application and land degradation and seasonal agriculture. So it is related mainly to water utilization and water management. Yeah, for instance, Sikos, their economy is based on the fluvial navigability. So because they are like, how to say, I mean, it is the Congo River is one of the most important navigability mean that is used in DRC in order to to move people and goods and so on and so forth. So we gave the latitude to the consortia to choose which application that is fitting their regional priorities. Now we have the second service about marine and coastal areas. And as it was the case for the water and natural resources, there are two consortia leading the development of these services, mainly the University of Ghana, which is covering north and western coastal countries, and CSIR in South Africa, which is leading the development of marine and coastal areas services in eastern and southern coastal countries. So this slide is about the spirit of service. What we mean by service? Actually, it's not, our program doesn't aim at developing products. The product is used means momentarily, and then it is left. When we speak about service, it is a continuous development of products. So it all starts with the assessment of needs. So we have to reach the end users. It's not a push technology, but it is a bottom-up. It is like a user-driven approach. So we have to reach the end users. We assess their needs, and then thanks to the EO data and to the geospatial tools, we develop products, applications, indicators, whatever, and then we try to deliver these products to our end users and to assess their feedback. So with that, we have a complete cycle and we are able to maintain and to sustain our services. So these are, let me remove this thing. Okay. So these are about what we have achieved as data access results. We've been able to install 12 operational e-stations that are important because they are like ground stations that could receive that can receive the broadcast from EUMETcast. So EUMETSAT is one of our European partner, which is broadcasting data and information through their EUMETcast, and these e-stations allows to receive them without any need to internet connection or whatever, because it is a kind of dish that is receiving like your TV dish. So these are important, but as you know, as we are going, as the technology is moving ahead, now we are almost using cloud computing and internet connection rather than ground station. But still, in the areas where we are lacking of good internet connection and power, especially the electricity and stable electricity, we would like also to use these e-stations. Besides the e-stations, we were able to develop 9 regional geoportals. So each consortium And as I said at the beginning, we have now in the phase 2 8 consortium covering the whole continent. So these are like the address of the 9 geoportals, and the geoportals are platforms which allows the end users to use the data and the products that are available and to try to get inspired with this data and to provide other services. So, yeah, among the achievements is that we cooperated very well with the European partners, and we have signed many technical operating arrangements in order to create like regional hubs of Copernicus in Africa. So, yeah, this is what I would like to highlight in this slide. Let me move on. In terms of services, we developed like 19 services who are functional. As you can see here, these are the applications that I showed earlier, and these are the consortia. So you can see which consortia is developing which application or service. And especially, we are trying to sell our services. So when selling the services, some end users are not interested in the technical details. They could be not from our field. They don't know anything about the technical details of Earth observation. So that's why we try to highlight the impact of our services on our end users by preparing some use cases, and we gathered many use cases related to the applications that were developed. So the use cases, normally they provide like general information on the service and the beneficiaries, the specific need to develop that service, and then we describe how we can use this service by the end user, and what is the feedback of the end user, like how can he assess the impact on his daily work, and if we can highlight some socio-economic benefits. So these were very well saluted by our partners, and this is one of the achievements. And you have on the top of the slide the link to our platform, which gives you all the details about the use cases that could inspire you, students and entrepreneurs. In terms of training, we succeeded to do a lot of training. So this is a comparison between the first phase and the second phase in terms of achievements in the capacity building field. Why am I doing this comparison? Because we would like to highlight targeting the gender balance. Let's say the gender balance. But you can see in the phase 1, we succeeded to train like 26%. Now we are able to, we succeeded to train 36%. This is an achievement because we are enlarging the community of female that are using the data, that are aware about the Earth observation in order to harness it in tackling all the challenges that we've been describing. Yeah, let me go straight forward to the scholarship, for instance. Why it doesn't move? Yeah, in terms of scholarship, we also asked the consortia to give from their grants money to the students in order to support them in their scholarship. So the idea is to sponsor students who are doing their PhD or masters, and the idea is to have like a balanced regional, cartographic or geographic representativity, and also a gender balance. So these are the statistics, and we succeeded to gather and to sponsor a lot of students. So to sum up, we've been doing like over 9,000 trainings. No, 9,000 trainees who benefited of training in data and infrastructure, service design and development, communication, and emerging technologies since the beginning of GMS and Africa in 2017. Also, in terms of scholarships, there were like 116 scholarships that have been awarded, and like over 40 internships to students. We developed a platform which is called the Digital Learning Platform, which is an infrastructure that was initially developed to gather all the online courses. It is a kind of MOOC system, massive open online courses, dealing with what we are training in our field in the framework of our program. But unfortunately, the digital learning platform now is it's been hacked. It's been hacked, so it is momentarily not functioning. But at one time, it was very used to perform online trainings, and also especially to gather the courses and the material that were uh, developed from online training. So there was like 2,000 users using it. So actually now it's been like uh, we are fixing it. It is also worth mentioning that we developed a network called the GMS and Africa Network of Academia. So this network is, I'd say, encompassing many researchers and many professors from many universities across all Africa. English speaking, French speaking. And by the way, I remember now that I have to speak in French a bit. Sorry for that, Prof. Ouyafe. So I will be like summarizing the main ideas I said during my presentation in French at the end. Also, we are trying to do hackathons, and this is one of the webinars like we are doing by all the consortia and at the level of our PMU. Yeah, so this is like a summary of all the achievements. As I said, 9 geoportals, they are accessible, they provide a lot of data, products, and they are useful for you guys, I mean, for the students and all the ones who would like to benefit of these resources in order to develop and to innovate. And then the DLP for now is not working, but we will tell you, we'll inform you when it is up again. Uh, as you can see, the Gaia clubs. This is one of the achievement of GMS and Africa. And thank you very much, Dr. Ouyafe, for this initiative. Also, we have the network of academia. I've been speaking about it, but also we created two other thematic network, one dealing with the wetland applications and another with the inundation applications. And of course, one of the achievement is the creation of the group of women in GMS. This is to encourage the gender balance. This is to encourage women and raise awareness about what we are doing so that they take benefit of it. And the achievement of this group is that now they get funds from the European Commission, and they will be like training and funding women who are entrepreneurs in the domain of Earth observation. So this will start soon, and maybe we'll share with you details so that you contribute, and we are going to evaluate and select the ladies who will be trained and who will get benefit of this initiative. Okay, so Prof. Ouyafe, how many minutes do they remain for me? Okay. until you inform me. I mean, at the end of my presentation, I just would like to highlight some success stories. And one of them is related to the service on seasonal agriculture monitoring, early warning, and assessment. So this service is being developed by the OSS. As I said, OSS is the Observatory of Sahara and Sahel. It is located in Tunisia, but its consortium include many institutions from all North African countries. So, as you know, North Africa faces increasing water scarcity due to the climate change and challenging water resource management, making efficient irrigation critical for sustaining agriculture. And this service aims to support farmers and irrigation managers in the governorate of Manouba, Tunisia, by providing timely Earth observation-based information on crop water needs to enhance irrigation efficiency and resource allocation. So OSS developed many platforms. One of them is called MISBAR, and the MISBAR platform developed by the OSS allows the CRDA of Manouba. As I said, this is like irrigation managers in the governorate of Manouba in Tunisia. They can, through MISBAR, to generate water requirement maps in real time, significantly reducing processing time from days to minutes and ensuring the timely transmission of actionable data to farmers and irrigation managers. So this is one of the success stories in Tunisia. The second one,
it can be wrapping up so that we can get the students asking some of the key questions about the GMES and how it can interface with their solutions.
okay,
And
so
please, when you are answering those who ask in French, you can combine the French and English as well.
All right, all right. Okay, so I'm almost done. I mean, this is the last section of my presentation about the success stories. So yeah, this one is about the wetland mapping in Western Africa region, led by the Center of Suivi Écologique de Dakar. And the idea is that we are helping the direction of the national parks to face the challenges due to the invasive aquatic plants affecting fishing activities and ecologic balance. So thanks to CSE products who are generated from the use of Earth observation, the managers of the wetlands are able to tackle all these challenges. We have also another of course, success story from Ghana. And I guess many of you students, you are from Ghana. And this was developed since MESA or AMES by the University of Ghana. So this allows the fishermen, this allows to save the life of fishermen. So the University of Ghana developed Earth observation-based products and applications so that the fisherman receives SMS saying whether he can go to fish safely or not. And this is very important. And they have many statistics about the impact, the socioeconomic impact, and the impact on the lives of fishermen. Okay, so let me wrap up. I mean, to conclude, the GMS and Africa is more than a program. Actually, it is more than a program. We succeeded to create a community of Earth observation, gathering experts, institutions, and so on and so forth. It is a platform for empowerment, and it is serving to inspire youth, women, and researchers. It is an operational program that gives services, as I said, but these services allow people like the students and the entrepreneurs to get inspired and to develop more products and innovative products by combining other tools like AI or Internet of Things and whatever. Our program bridges global EO capabilities with local needs, and this is very important. So, as I said, when we speak about service, it means we would like that the need comes from the end users from the beginning, and it strengthens the institutional capacity, as I've been showing you the training achievements, and gives space to African voices and innovations. So, to the student listening, this is your moment. Whether you are a coder, engineer, geographer, economist, or biologist, EO and Internet of Things need your talent. So don't wait for the future, help build it. Let's harness the power of Earth observation to shape a more resilient, informed, and sustainable Africa. So thank you very much again, GAIAthon, for the opportunity to share this journey with you. I look forward to your questions and to seeing how you will carry this momentum forward. So as discussed, Prof. Ouyafe, during the questions, I will be speaking in French with the French-speaking students. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Hamdi. And then we'll quickly go to question and answer time. Somebody was asking if your service is free. You can answer that one. But then if you want to ask any question, please, you've all been allowed to unmute when you want to ask questions. So you can start with the question in the chat box, whether the training programs are free and if somebody can participate in the training program.
Yeah, as I said from the beginning, I said that all these data and tools and technology is provided by the European partners for free. And one of the requirements of our program, sorry, there is a conflict, and I will translate, Agnes. I will translate in French for each of the questions, please. So I said all the data and the tools and the products are provided for free from the European partners. So one of the requirements of our program, when we gave the grant to the consortia to develop the services, is to develop them and to provide them for free. So whenever you get in the platforms, you should be able to download the data, you should be able to find metadata, you should be able to find methodologies, how we develop those data in order to replicate them. Donc en français, la question disait, est-ce que les produits et les services sont gratuits? Donc ma réponse était que les partenaires européens qui fournissent les données, qui fournissent les outils et qui financent le programme, le finance, c'est-à-dire donne ces données gratuitement. Et donc, l'une des exigences de notre programme, c'est que tous les produits, tous les services et toutes les plateformes doivent être accessibles gratuitement pour tout le monde, tout le monde. Et j'espère que les Africains feront une utilisation pour innover et pour améliorer voilà, le niveau de vie en Afrique. Merci. Is there any other question? Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres questions?
To come, please unmute and then ask your question.
Bonjour à tout le monde. J'aimerais demander si l'outil GM peut être également appliqué pour la gestion des paysages.
Est-ce que tu peux élaborer plus? Gestion des paysages, ça veut dire quoi? Allô?
Oui, la gestion des paysages appliquée par exemple à l'agriculture, à la gestion des terres, pour les agriculteurs, par exemple.
Absolument. Mais comme je viens de dire, c'est-à-dire tous nos services cible l'environnement. Le titre même du programme, c'est GMES et Afrique. Ça veut dire quoi? GMES, le E là, c'est environnement. Donc, ça inclut l'agriculture, ça inclut les forêts, les zones humides, toutes les ressources naturelles. Notre programme permet de développer des services sur la base de l'utilisation des données d'observation de la Terre pour les surveiller et pour bien les gérer. D'accord? So, in English, the question was about uh, whether our program allows to manage the or are adapted to the landscape applications. And she explained that landscape means the includes the agriculture and other natural resources management. So this is even the essence of our program. As I said, GMS and Africa is global monitoring for environment and security. So when we say environment, it includes all the natural resources, water resources, marine resources, coastal resources. And security, this is like the agricultural security, I mean, the food security and the climate change resilience and so on and so forth. Any other question? Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres questions?
Il y a des questions dans le chat.
Dans le chat. Alors, avec quoi je commence? How are universities? Okay, this is the question coming from David Lawson. How are universities specializing in EO encouraged to incorporate these technologies in teaching and learning at the undergraduate levels to advance the study of remote sensing and GIS, especially locally? How they are encouraged to incorporate these technologies. Actually, one of the outputs, the most important outputs, is the outreach. So we tried, first of all, to raise awareness about what we are doing, and we try to invite the researchers, the academia, so that they know what it is about, and then they relate to their community, be universities, be local communities, and so on and so forth. So this is how we are encouraging them. But now, at the beginning, I know that we try to do like a kind of curricula based on the applications that we are developing under GMS and Africa, but it seemed to be difficult because when you would like to develop a kind of curriculum, it takes time. It takes time, and it needs many like authorizations first. Donc en français, je disais, la question disait comment les universités spécialisées dans l'observation de la Terre sont encouragées à incorporer les technologies dans leur voilà, cursus éducatif. Donc moi, ce que je disais, ce que le programme peut faire, c'est seulement comment dirais-je, de faire beaucoup de bruit sur ce que nous sommes en train de faire, d'inviter les académiciens, incluant les chercheurs et les professeurs, dans tous nos workshops, dans tous les ateliers et les conférences qu'on organise. Comme ça, ils peuvent être alertés et notifiés par ce que nous faisons. Et comme ça, ils peuvent relayer l'information et l'utiliser dans leur cursus éducatif. Mais il s'avère très difficile de créer, par exemple, un curriculum qui est vraiment un cursus universitaire, je veux dire, qui est vraiment sur la base des services qu'on utilise ou bien qu'on développe dans le cadre du GMES Afrique. I'm gonna pass to the next one. Some data may not be available directly from space. How then can we update the satellite with updated data? I didn't understand the question. Some data may not be available directly
I think
from
to add to
space.
that, it's not possible to update satellite data. So the question is a bit ambiguous because we are not updating the satellite, as it were. It's a satellite which is collecting data and then we are receiving. So maybe the question didn't come very clear.
But maybe what I can highlight here is that thanks to the new technology like the artificial intelligence, we are smarter now because we are now intervening at the level of the satellite so that we filter from that level and we are no more how to say, there is no obligation to send all the data captured by the satellite, but they get filtered. I explain myself, like for the cloud coverage, whenever the image has like 80% of cloud coverage or something like this, I mean, it could not be useful. It will be like deleted from space. No need to store it, to send it back to Earth and to store it. And you know, there are billions of data that are stored at the level of the data centers, and this needs a lot of management. Donc en français, ce que je disais, c'est que on ne peut pas changer ou bien updater, actualiser les données des satellites. Mais ce qu'on peut faire, c'est d'utiliser par exemple l'intelligence artificielle pour intervenir au niveau des satellites pour qu'il y ait un filtre dès le départ et ne pas envoyer sur Terre les données qui ne sont pas utilisables. Can we equally do modelization of geographical features of future modeling? Of course. This is one of the purposes of our program. I mean, to provide data for you to do modeling, and modeling needs many different and numerous data. You will need meteorological data, you will need time series data, you will need Earth observation data. So this is why we are raising awareness about what we are producing in the framework of our program, so that we inspire you and you can contribute to improve models for any type of purpose. Donc la question, elle disait, est-ce qu'on peut utiliser la modélisation géographique, les figures de modélisation géographique pour la modélisation future? Et moi, j'ai dit que ça, c'est parmi les objectifs de notre intervention aujourd'hui. C'est pour vous informer qu'il y a beaucoup de possibilités. Le programme GMES et Afrique, il donne une multitude de possibilités d'utilisation des données d'observation de la Terre que vous pouvez utiliser avec d'autres types de données pour faire la modélisation, pour servir n'importe quel besoin.
Okay, Hamdi, I think we'll be bringing the meeting to a close. So if you can wrap up for us, and then maybe we'll just draw the curtain.
To wrap up, I just would like to recall that my intervention today is to raise awareness about GMES and Africa and all the possibilities, but also to encourage you and to inspire you as students and innovators to make the best use of all this free data that are on our websites and so on. Donc, en français, ce que je voulais dire, c'est que mon intervention aujourd'hui, elle sert à, c'est-à-dire informer toute la communauté des étudiants et les innovateurs pour qu'ils utilisent les données qu'on est en train de produire et qu'ils aient aussi l'esprit critique, c'est-à-dire il faut vraiment vérifier la qualité de données qu'on produit, il faut vraiment donner le feedback pour que on sache est-ce que c'est utilisable quand vous le voulez ou pas. Et puis, ça sert aussi pour vous inspirer et pour vous guider, pour que vous développez et vous vous innover en termes de développement d'autres outils voilà, qui vont servir le suivi et la gestion des ressources naturelles et en eau. So with that, Prof. Yafe, I think I would like also to reiterate my to thank you again and for giving me this opportunity to to raise awareness about this program. Yeah, and thank you very much. So yeah, you have the floor, please.
Thank you very much, Hamdi, for your insightful presentation, and also to remind everybody that the GAIAthon 2025 is a program of the GMES and Africa Programme. So GAIAthon is directly embedded under the leadership of Hamdi. So we thank you for this presentation. Next week, we have another presentation from a representative from the European Meteorological Satellite Agency called EUMETSAT in Darmstadt, Germany. And then that presentation will be looking at cloud-based tools, which is available on their platform called Wekio, which can be used for processing some satellite data. When you log into your GAIAthon Hub, the dashboard, you will normally see Wekio and then Dunia links. So we'll have presentation on the Wekio because this will form a critical entry for the solutions that you are going to develop. On that note, I would like to thank all of you who have been present for this webinar, and then stay healthy and stay well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.